Welcome back to Moto World. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most exciting motorcycles in Royal Enfield's lineup with the Continental GT 650. If you love café copyright racers, retro-styled bikes, and an engaging ride experience, this is one machine you absolutely need to check out. We'll explore its design, performance, ride quality, features, and whether it's worth your money. So, stick around till the end because this is going to be an in-depth review of the Royal Enfield Continental GT 650. Right off the bat, let's talk about the first thing that catches your eye: the design. The Continental GT 650 is a proper café copyright racer, paying homage to the British café copyright racer culture of the 1960s. It has that aggressive yet elegant stance, with the sculpted fuel tank, low clip-on handlebars, and a single-seat setup that screams performance. The bike is built with attention to detail, and every inch of it uses classic appeal. The round halogen headlamp gives it that old-school charm, and though LED lighting has become a norm in modern bikes, Royal Enfield has stuck with the traditional look, which works well for this bike. The twin-pod analog-digital instrument cluster is another element that adds to its retro charm. It gives you all the necessary information, including speed, fuel level, trip meter, and odometer, but without too many distractions, so just the way a true café copyright racer should be. When it comes to build quality, Royal Enfield has upped its game significantly. The fit and finish on the Continental GT 650 feel premium, especially with the chrome detailing on the exhausts, engine casing, and fuel cap. The paint quality is top-notch, and the bike is available in multiple color schemes that cater to both subtle and bold preferences. Whether you go for the classic rocker red or the sophisticated Mr. Clean Chrome edition, each variant has its own unique charm. The spoke wheels add to its vintage appeal, but one downside is that they come with tube-type tires, which can be a hassle if you get a puncture. Now, let's get to the heart of the machinery of the engine. The Continental GT 650 is powered by a 648cc, parallel twin engine, which produces 47 horsepower at 7,250 RPM and 52 Nm of torque at 5,250 RPM. Now, these numbers might not sound extreme compared to modern sport bikes, but trust me, when you ride this bike, it's all about the experience rather than outright performance. The engine is smooth, refined, and has a linear power delivery, unlike the older Royal Enfield engines, which were known for their vibrations. This parallel twin motor is surprisingly refined. Of course, there's a slight buzz at higher RPMs, but that's expected from an air-oil-cooled engine. One of the best things about this bike is its exhaust note. The twin exhausts produce a deep, throaty sound that's reminiscent of classic British motorcycles. It's not overly loud, but it has enough character to make heads turn when you ride by. If you love a bike with a strong personality, the Continental GT 650 delivers in spades. The throttle response is crisp, and the bike pulls cleanly from low RPMs, making it fun to ride both in the city and on highways. The 6-speed gearbox is smooth, and thanks to the slip-and-desist clutch, gear shifts feel effortless, even in traffic conditions. Speaking of riding experience, let's talk about how this bike feels on the road. The Continental GT 650 is built on a steel tubular double cradle frame, developed in collaboration with Harris Performance. This frame offers excellent stability and handling, making the GT 650 a joy to ride, especially on twisty roads. The bike tips into corners confidently, and the clip-on handlebars give you a sporty, engaged riding position. The 41mm telescopic front forks and twin gas-charged rear shock absorbers do a decent job of soaking up bumps, but make no mistake here, this is a stiffly sprung motorcycle. It's designed for spirited riding rather than relaxed cruising. If you're used to upright touring bikes, you might find the riding posture a bit aggressive, especially for long-distance rides. However, for short weekend rides or city commutes, the riding position adds to the bike's character. At 214 kilograms, the Continental GT 650 is on the heavier side, but once you get moving, the weight disappears, the low center of gravity ensures good balance, and filtering through traffic isn't as difficult as you might think. The seat height of 804mm is accessible for most riders, though shorter riders may find it slightly challenging. One thing to note is the foot peg position. They are slightly rear set to complement the Café Copyright Racer stance, so if you're not used to this riding position, it may take some time to get comfortable. Braking performance is another crucial aspect, and the GT650 doesn't disappoint. The bike comes equipped with a 320mm disc at the front and a 240mm disc at the rear, paired with dual-channel ABS. The brakes offer good stopping power, with a progressive feel at the lever. The front brake is sharp, while the rear brake provides decent bite, though it could be a bit more responsive. The ABS works well, preventing wheel lockup in sudden braking situations, but it's not overly intrusive. Now, let's talk about practicality. Café Copyright Racers aren't exactly known for their touring capabilities, and the Continental GT650 is no exception. With the 12.5-liter fuel tank and an average mileage of around 25-30 kmpl, you'll get a decent range, but frequent fuel stops are inevitable on long rides. There's no wind protection, so highway cruising at high speeds can get tiring due to wind blast. Additionally, there's no dedicated luggage mounting points, so if you plan on touring, you'll need aftermarket solutions like saddlebags or tank bags. Despite these minor inconveniences, the Continental GT650 makes up for it with sheer riding pleasure. It's not just a motorcycle, it's an experience. Whether you're carving through mountain roads, cruising through city streets, or simply parking it outside a Café Copyright and admiring its beauty, this bike gives you a sense of connection that few motorcycles can. In terms of price, the Royal Enfield Continental GT650 starts at around a superscript 1 3.19 lakh ex-showroom, going up to a superscript 1 3.45 lakh depending on the variant. This makes it one of the most affordable twin-cylinder Café Copyright racers in the market. When you compare it to bikes like the Triumph Speed 400, Kawasaki W800, or even the Interceptor 650, the Continental GT650 offers a unique blend of performance, style, and affordability. The Interceptor 650, being its sibling, offers a more relaxed riding position and slightly better touring capability, so if comfort is your priority, you might want to consider that instead. Of course, no bike is perfect, and the Continental GT650 has its share of drawbacks. The aggressive riding position can be tiring for long rides. The spoke wheels with tube-type tires are less convenient than alloy wheels with tubeless tires, and the lack of modern features like a TFT display or riding modes might feel like a downside in today's tech-heavy motorcycle market. However, if you're someone who values pure, unfiltered motorcycling joy, these issues fade into the background. So, who should buy the Royal Enfield Continental GT650? If you're a fan of Café Copyright racers, love retro styling, and want an engaging, performance-oriented ride without breaking the bank, this is the perfect bike for you. It's built for those who appreciate classic motorcycles with modern engineering, those who don't mind an aggressive riding stance, and those who want a bike that looks as good as it rides. However, if comfort, practicality, and modern features are your priority, you might want to look at alternatives like the Interceptor 650 or the Triumph Speed 400. And that wraps up our in-depth review of the Royal Enfield Continental GT650. What do you think about this Café Copyright racer? Would you pick this over its competitors, or do you prefer something more relaxed? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Moto World for more exciting motorcycle reviews. Until next time, be a ride safe, ride hard.